N-word, spitting on students. These are just some of the documented actions that athletes, supporters, and families of local schools did against predominantly black and brown students at another school.
Yeah, those claims are in a lawsuit that was filed today, and two specific incidents on Long Island are at the center of that lawsuit. James Ford live in Roosevelt on Long Island with more for us. James.
And that lawsuit began with this notice of claim filed today. Among the things it mentions is when the basketball players from this school were introduced at an away game. This image at a high school playoff basketball game is a key exhibit in a lawsuit filed on Thursday morning.
They have turned their back on the game and on Roosevelt, of showing total disrespect. It's though you do not exist.
It was cited in this lawsuit that says the back-turning was just one of a series of alleged racist acts carried out by two predominantly white schools, Lynbrook and Wantagh High, during athletic events in February against Roosevelt High School students and families who are predominantly people of color. The N-word and "Who's your daddy" were among the racially charged insults repeatedly shouted at Roosevelt basketball players and cheerleaders, according to written statements filed by Roosevelt students.
Not a single thing happened with regard to the referees.
Where's somebody in that audience, a white parent, to say, I wouldn't want my child to be treated like that. I want my child to be raised better. Get your butt over here and sit down. What are you doing?
That's Darlene Garlington, a psychologist whose 11 books deal in part with the effects of hateful acts on young people. She referenced this. After the game, which Wantagh won, this happened.
It's supposed to be the handshaking of the teams. Students, the coaches felt unsafe. A mob was created.
The psychology expert says it all damages students, which is why the lawsuit cites anguish, pain, and suffering. Specifics of a settlement, the attorney wouldn't say, but he did say they're hoping the other schools will do one thing.
Saying, can we come to you, sit down, and apologize earnestly, and then we can decide what to do on what we need to do to change.
For their part, the Wantagh and Lynbrook school districts comment through the same public relations firm, which says, quote, the district does not comment on pending litigation. Now, leaders from all of the schools involved were supposed to meet about 3 weeks after these February incidents, but according to administrators here, the leaders from the other schools kept postponing and postponing that meeting, leaving them here no other choice but to head to court, they say. Reporting live from Roosevelt on Long Island, I'm James Ford, PIX11 News.
All right, James, thank you.
Let's turn to the weather.